say. This is what I mean about live. You just never know what people are going to say, if they're interested, if they're not. But really what surprises me is when they're not happy people. And this community is about hope and happiness and striving to be winners. So that's what I wanted to say. But I get some crazy comments from people that, I don't know whether to refer them to therapy. It's really hard because I don't know if they're depressed, if they don't have any friends. And, this is about trolls and catfish and just people that have given up in life. And they look at a guy like me and they go, holy shit, how come he's so happy? So here I am. I'm checking in with everybody at 7:26, and just want to see what everybody's thinking. I had a good day today. Good day today, and when I have a good day, I want to see how your day was. Okay? So that's what today's Rock Talk is about, is what's going on with you. Let's talk about positive stuff. Let's help these young kids that are striving and need hope. We'll give them hope. So just checking in, everybody. All right? We got somebody in. How you doing? We'll get a couple people coming out. Dark Knight, how you doing, man? I've seen your name before. Are you regular? Are you subscribed? I'm not sure, but I've seen your name. And you got a crown, #1. Top fan. You're a top fan. Cool. I'm doing good. I had a good day today. I bowled a little bit. I had a meeting with a buddy of mine, a little bit older than me, looking to hopefully retire. He's 74. Known him for about 20 years. Very interesting when you meet people and you talk to them about, the past and so on. I talked to a high school and grade school buddy today, too. Thanks, man. How about you? Everything okay? Cool. I try to, Isabel, I try to. You know why? It's therapeutic for me. And I always try to get on before I have something to eat, and then I go watch a baseball game or something. I try to be, but if you're subscribed, hit that bell and you'll get noticed. And I don't schedule, I just go on. I like to be spontaneous, and I'm thinking, okay, I'll talk. But it's more about you, how was your day, Dark Knight, thanks, man. By the way, I've had some problems with a hotspot. I didn't know what a hotspot was. So I went out and bought one. I did a little research, see? And because sometimes I'll go in my car, drive in my car. And so I set it up. And then I went to, this is how thin. Then I went to Best Buy, and I had Amanda who helped me put it all together. And now I got hotspot for my car. I'm happy. Hey, Craig. Yankees, 9 home runs yesterday, 1 game. Branch 1725. That's exactly what I failed at. I couldn't balance. And people talk about work-life balance today, like my kids. I don't believe it. I don't believe it, but I'm old fashioned. My dad was a workaholic. I'm a workaholic. And you got to pick the right horse too. If you got a good spouse that supports you, it's very important. But if you're young and you're single, go for it, man. Actually, Craig, it's not how much a month, it's how much data you use. But it's $50 for the contraption here, the device. You turn it off, and I think the lowest one is like $30. But it's like device. It's not like $10 a month if you're going overseas or something like that. You know, AT&T or whatever. So I'm excited about it. I haven't used it yet. There was no need. But I'll be traveling a lot in a, what do you call it, a bus. I got a bus to ride in. I got a plane to ride in. I got rental cars. Plus my car, if I want to do a live from my car, I'll just turn this on. Really simple to set up. How you doing, River? Okay. Everybody have a good day today? What happened? Chris, I have no clue. I have no clue. And my community isn't here to, ask for money. You know what I'm saying? My deal here is everybody's independent. Everybody's got something going on in their life. And one thing I wanted to say is super hot in California. Yeah, it was about 100 here today. Labor Day's coming up. Does anybody get paid for Labor Day weekend? Craig, you get paid? Or when you're independent, there's no PTO. What do I look for in a man? Integrity. Integrity. Oh, Craig, I'm going to be up in the Northeast next week, so I should bring a jacket, huh? Oh, 0 PTO. Weekends with the holidays, when you're an entrepreneur and self-employed, they kind of suck. Because, plus if you're an employee, you got to pay everybody. And once they leave, they go. You got to pay the bills. And you got to keep going. And after Labor Day is always hard to finish the year strong, especially if you didn't have a good first 9 months. Dark Knight lives in the mountains. What kind of mountains? U.S.? Okay. Thanks for the heads up, Craig. I travel light, by the way. No, I don't wear suits, ties. I got some sport coats and stuff like that, but I try not to dress, not even business casual anymore. I might look a little sloppy, but I'm an old man. Who cares? Look at this. I got Kings number 1. I got a King number 2. Craig, I don't know what that means. Craig number 2, number 3. I don't know what the top end is. Okay. So how do you like the light? Now that I got this light, my sister is making fun of me. She says, I'm vain. But it was getting dark. I had to get a light so I could see. Craig, what's for supper? I know you're going to say something about protein. I know you are. Dark Knight is in Europe. What part of Europe? Isn't half Europe and the United States meeting with Trump right now? They're all begging. They're all begging for security and military support. I don't think Trump's going to give it to him. Okay, so if you're going to eat a pizza, what kind of pizza is it? Carol. Let's vote for Carol. Carol, I like those comments, Carol. Carol, where you been? Are you subscribed? Come on. You got to subscribe. Because I don't, and then you get the notice. You get the notice. And by the way, it's 80% men, 20% women, sometimes less women. But these guys are clean. They're all scared of women, by the way. Oh, that's good, Craig. The problem is with a pizza, a frozen pizza, you can't eat half of it. You eat the whole damn thing. Margarita. Dark, you didn't say what part of Europe you're in. Lythe, you've been here before. I know you've been here before. Margarita. You know what margarita pizza, who it's named after, right? You guys all know? Southern. Southern. What could that be? Pizza rolls. That's a good, Craig, I didn't see that coming, man. I didn't see that coming. Yeah, the South, huh? I'm thinking. How deep south can you get? Dark night. I'm looking at your picture. I can't really tell. You got a hat on. It's pretty small. But you're a #1 fan. That's good. Mediterranean? Can I guess? Italy? Is that considered south? You know? I'm from, my grandparents are from Bari, the Bari area. Is Spain considered south? It's beautiful. Spain. Go east. Go east. Of Italy? Yeah, but not Spam. Wow. Do I have to pull out a map? I don't want to guess. I don't want to embarrass myself. Okay, who's going to help me out here? It's not Italy, and it's southeast. A 97-year-old sister? Cardiologist teaching Braille. Good for you. Good for you, Carol. If you got to be younger than your sister, right? And for you to take care of your sister, that's beautiful. I don't think my brothers would take care of me, but I think one son would take care of me and one sister would. And I got maybe 2 nieces that would take care of me. Christina, you've been back. Good. Carol's 84. Good for you. Boy, that was who's in between you and your sister? You got another 20 years, kid. 104? Your sister's still 97? Well, I've been to Greece. I've never been to Turkey, but I hear Turkey is awesome. Beautiful. Greece, I traveled Greece, and once was enough for me, to be honest with you. One was once enough. And most countries are, except Vietnam. Vietnam, Christina, see? We got good, we got good people here. Who's a dumb brother, Carol? You talk about my brother or your brother? I got 7 brothers. I better, my sister might come on. And as she comes on, she doesn't stay on very long. And she doesn't give me any kisses. You guys should be giving me kisses and thumbs up and all that. Subscribe. Christina. That's a nice name. Who's got family names? Christina named after somebody. Carol named after somebody. Yeah, I got 7 brothers and 3 sisters. I'm one of 11, and we're all alive. My dad's alive. He'll be 100 in February, and he acts like he's 40. He still tells me what to do. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Thumbs up. Thank you. Tossed arc. B. Okay. Yeah, my dad, oh yeah, still healthy, goes to the casino 4 times a week, drives my brothers crazy because he gambles. I think he counts cards. He's Italian, 100% Italian. That's what he did when he was a kid, gambled. So he watches everything. I'm saying everything. Kind of a control guy. Carol, a wife? I don't have a wife. I don't have a wife. I had a wife. The bodybuilder, that's Coach X with the 3 kids. He'll be on. I think he'll come on. He's probably working. Yeah, Italians. I had a priest friend of mine told me he's Italian, and his mother was in her late 90s. He was a bishop, and he goes, the Italians live forever. I think he's right. My ex-wife, or like my brothers say, my ex-wives. All right, you guys don't know my whole story. I was married at 22, divorced at 33, like Jesus got crucified at 33, so did I. Then I was single for 22 years before I remarried because I was taking care of my kids and running businesses. Then I remarried. Both women, I was married for 12 years each. So that's 25, basically 25 years. Then it takes a year to get divorced at least, so that's another 2 years. So I was stuck there. Then I had alimony, lifetime maintenance on the first wife, and 4 years on lump sum on the second wife. So, you know what? That was my life. But now I've been single for 4 years, and I'm okay. Now I'm getting catfished. You guys know, I'm going to teach you guys about catfished. It's kind of, you guys know I talk about trolls. Catfish are a sophisticated way. They think they're smarter than you. Okay, trolls aren't too smart. But it's good because they help the algorithm. See what I mean? And most people know that I call it troll therapy or troll rehab. Now I got catfish, and I'm going to call them breakers. We got to break them. So I play the game. You're going to be seeing a lot of that in my YouTubes, on my videos, and because I'm rolling up the algorithms. Oh no, a lot catfish. I'm seeing a lot of Asians. It's big business, man. Big business. Yes, they're green from mom, hazel, and then when I cry, they're blue. So they're mostly blue. Thank you. Hey, listen, I'm very serious about this. I'm involved with this documentary about the prejudices against Italians. And my dad's being interviewed because he lived in Chicago, and his cousin, who's 3 months older. So they're being interviewed in the next month. And this documentary will probably be out in 5 years or so. But it's pretty cool, and I'm going to get involved as a producer. You know, it doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me about because I wasn't involved in that world. I was just a hard-working guy. My dad was a hard-working guy, legitimate. You know what I mean? There was no mob. And my dad moved from Chicago because Chicago back in the 40s was getting tough. That's why my parents moved to St. Paul, Minnesota. Had to get out of the rough neighborhood. My favorite car? Wow. I'll tell you, my first car when I got married was, I don't know what year it was, but it was a green Nova. Anybody remember a green Nova? It's a Chevy. I bought it from my brother. It wasn't a fast car or nothing, but it was just kind of cool. And I've been a Japanese buyer. I like Acura, but now I'm Subaru. The last 5 cars I think I've had in the last 15 years are all Subaru Outbacks. I like Subaru. They back them up too, man. I've had some electronic problems. They back them up, no problem. North of the state, yeah. How about you guys? You guys like cars? It's not easy to have a car in Europe, is it? I mean, it's tough, man. Yeah. Who don't like... I love Italians and Polish. My mother was 100% Polish and a hard-working woman. How many people can bear 11 children and die at 94 with no diseases? Now, that's one tough woman. And she loved Pope John Paul II. He was Polish. No more Polish jokes after that. He became Pope. Yeah, Japanese cars are badass, man. You know? I like F1. I like the sound. You know, the cars. I watched the documentaries and that. These guys are great athletes, man. Yes, 60 Mustang. I got buddies big time in Ford. My dad developed the first stripe with Lee Iacocca. We were working with 3M at the time, and if you look at the 64 and a half Mustang, they had that white stripe on the bottom. My dad produced those for 3M, but he was the one that figured out how to cut them out of the 3M material. Mustang's got that cool sound now, too. A 76 Triumph. Wow. Wow. That's cool. Toss, how you doing? Hi. Toss, where do you live? Hey, KF. Carol, you heard what he said. What's your first car? And was it a hand-me-down, or did you buy a used car? I mean, who bought a new car when they first came? No. They had to be used cars. Midwest. Yeah. Impella. My dad used to have always station wagons. When you got 11 kids, it's always a station wagon. And we'd pile 4 or 5 in the way in the back. Then you have the bench in the back, usually the sisters. And then my dad, my mom, and a baby in between, because they were benched back then. So when my dad got pissed off, he would pull off to the side and try to reach, and we'd all get in a corner. He wouldn't get out of the car. But we were scared of my dad, man. I mean, come on. You know that Robert De Niro look in Goodfellas? My dad had that look, man. We got to Ohio. Cleveland's falling apart, man, in baseball. Cincinnati, I love those uniforms, and I thought your coach was going to be something, but you got some studs, for sure. Oh, I love those. Clint Eastwood? Oh, yeah, for sure. Clint Eastwood, he's what, 90, 95, 100? He still looks good, man. It's kind of sad to see these heroes, you know? I mean, it's happening to me and you too. Yeah, Clint Eastwood's still alive. He's done a lot, man. He was the mayor of his town and everything. I think he just went through a divorce too, didn't he? And married some other lady. His kids seem pretty sharp too. Bill Ford. A 49 Ford. Wow. You spelled my name wrong, JM. You got the first name right, Rock. Carol, man. These guys want to get an education. That's the experience and the age what we've been through. And here you're taking care of your sister. That's unheard of. 97 and the baby sister taking care of her at 84. Wow. Yeah. Carol, take over. Take over this conversation. They want to see the cars. You know, that's the other thing. My father, everything had to be commercial or practical. Nothing new. My mother hated it because there was no color. It was you get carpet, it was commercial carpet, so it would last 20 years. It was kind of funny. My parents were built for each other. How many people last 74 years? It was beautiful. Yeah, I got some stories. Okay, JM, I know. Do I miss one? Who? My parents? No, my mom's gone. But I had a great relationship with my mother. My dad's still alive. I send him candy in the mail. He's in Minnesota, and he comes down for the winter months. I send him popcorn. Like there's a Candy Land. Actually, that's what it's called. It's a store. Candy Land's been around since 1932. And I send him Chicago mix popcorn. He's not big into candy. My dad's in really good shape, you know, because he had that Mediterranean food. Eggplant, pasta, never overeat, and no sweets. He wasn't a sweet guy. Chianti, dip in an orange, dip in apple when we were kids. We thought, oh, wow, we're going to have wine. It was dipping in the Chianti. We weren't drinkers, you know. We couldn't afford booze. Carol, come back. These guys, we know you have responsibilities, but come back. You're always welcome, okay? Father O'Neill or Carol O'Neill? When I think of O'Neill, I think of priests. Irish priests all over the place. Healthy foods, yeah. Still, my dad's probably, he was 5'11", maybe 175, and he's still, you know, he's shortening up, but he's still about 175. But when you're old, you got to have some meat on you, man. You know, you got to eat good, because once you start losing that appetite, you're screwed. I don't know. Franco. So it sounds like we got more people from overseas today. It's good. 8 o'clock here in Florida, close to. Exactly. What are you doing up, Dark? You're not disturbing me. What are you doing up at 3 in the morning? Couldn't fall asleep? Or did you had to catch Rock LaManna Rock Talk? Are you still working? Dark Knight? Are you retired or what's going on? Yeah, I could talk about my family forever. Something happened, in fact, today. My dad, did your father and mother ever give you orders? There's 11 of us, and my dad is still giving us orders. So my brother called today, and my father wanted a charity to be supported by the family, and he wanted anyone to go to Africa to support this charity that he's involved with. My dad's big time philanthropy, and he's very low key. And my brothers called and they said, no one's going. And they called, it's a Catholic charity, and they called the Pope because they were afraid to tell my dad nobody was going. If my sister comes on here, she's going to be pissed. Oh, yeah, man. The greatest generation were badass. I love those guys and women. There you go. Carol came back to tell us, are you kidding me? Priests drink? How about getting hit in the head with a Bible? All the time. I went to all grade school, college, all my grade school, high school, college, all Catholic schools. That's the way my dad wanted it. He wanted the discipline. And he paid full price. My dad wouldn't skimp on conduct. You know what conduct is? You get a report card. The report card, the grades were on the left and the behavior was on the right. We called it conduct back then. You know what he did? I'm not shitting you. He would take it and fold it in half, and he'd start with the conduct. How you treated people, how you were perceived. He didn't care about the grades. He didn't care about the grades. My parents didn't care about education because they didn't have an education. My dad had trade school. He was a printer. My mom never finished high school. Got married right away. Unji, hi again. JM, no kidding, man. No kidding. But you know what? I'm a lucky guy because my kids, that was one of the benefits of my life that turned me around, was when my wife asked me for a divorce. Because then it was difficult, but it gave me the right to discipline my kids, raise the kids under my value system, which was my parents, which was the 10 Commandments, okay? Guess what? It worked. Now my grandkids, same old shit. Yep, rock and roll, man. So, you know, that's why I enjoy YouTube, because, you know, look at this, St. Bernard's, the nuns hitting hands. Hey, Rock, Lone Wolf is back. Yeah, the nuns, man. It was usually around 6th grade is when we started looking at girls. I'm talking about the boys. We were always playing sports, and we didn't care. Kickball, softball, wiffle ball. Anybody remember wiffle ball? Hockey, touch football, all that stuff. But then, right around 6th grade, everybody's like, what about the girls? I was never into the girls. They were into me, but I was too busy with sports. I had some great athlete nuns, though. One was my 2nd grade Sister Kevin. I don't know what her name was, Sister Kevin, Kevin. She was from Chicago, and I was a St. Paul boy. And she turned me on to the White Sox. She was from the southern side of Chicago. And so I always watched the White Sox because I respected her. And she'd be running around with that habit. Seriously. She'd play kickball and run in a habit and stuff like that. It was pretty cool. Hey, Maurice, where you been? Shit, man, you've been gone. Maurice. That's a great name, too. You guys got family names? How do you get your names? Lone Wolf? Forget about it. I'm talking about people like Maurice and Carol. Carol's got to be a family name. O'Neill? Come on. It's all from the church. You're baptized, you had a middle name and then confirmation name, right? Good morning from Maurice. Eric, finally. Eric, where'd you get your name? Family name? Your mother, your father? You guys ever figure out who named you? My mother named me. She fought for me because Rock was, according to the priest, who was Polish, said, no, there's no Saint Rock. They thought it was Rock Hudson. I was born in 54. Rock Hudson was big. Let's not talk about his past. And my dad wasn't at my baptism. Why? It was a snowstorm in March. And my dad was gambling, trying to make money for the family. Okay? That's what he had to do. He had 2 jobs, gambling and work around the clock in printing. Well, the priest tried to convince my mother, that's not a name. She started crying. I'm named after my Saint Rocco, Rocco, my great uncle, which was my grandfather's brother. And that's how I got my name Rocco. And they just said Rock. And that's it. Oh, Carol, what happened? No, I don't know. We were brought up strictly Italian tradition. And my mother was pissed because it was all Italian. It's all Italian. All tradition, all the food. My mother had to learn from my grandparents. My mom didn't have it easy, man. She was proud of being Polish. She loved her mother and father. And my grandparents, it was unconditional love. A lot of the Italian is kind of conditional. When Carol comes back, she'll tell you. Yeah. Yeah. Eric, yeah, I get it. My oldest son was going to be Matthew. And when he came out, I said, he don't look like a Matthew. He looks like a Luke. It was going to be Matthew Luke, and we switched it to Luke Matthew. And he loves his name. I think Carol had to escape, man. She'll be back. She's got responsibilities. Not like us. I like Eric. Brent, for me, is too hard to pronounce. I know my niece is married a Brent. Yeah. She's got to be strong Irish, man. It's got to be. And you know what I mean? Irish, man. They had a lot of problems too, you know, of prejudice. Irish, the Italians back in the day, and now we got haters all over the place, man. It's not worth it, man. It's not worth being a hater. What a great name. I wouldn't know how to pronounce it, but it's a great name. Cool name. For you. Yeah, it would be. I can't roll. That's the other thing. My mother could roll her tongue, her R's because of the Polish. But the LaMannas, my last name, the Italians, we couldn't speak it. I'm terrible at it. My mother would make fun of our LaManna-isms. That's her last name, LaManna-isms, because we couldn't. She goes, can't you guys speak English? Yeah, Rock's a cool name, man. I love my name. Did I tell everybody? I trademarked my name, Rock LaManna. Yeah, that's why you see, and if you go on my channels, social media, I got my R mark, register mark. I did that for my grandkids. My grandson's middle name is Rock, and my son's middle name is Rock. Oh man, Irish German. Rocky, people call me Rocky all the time. My buddies, Rocco, Rock. When I was a kid in kindergarten, Rockhead, where's Bullwinkle? Uh, it was, talk about bullying. But I could take it. Scottish. That's one place I mentioned to my brother. I says, he married an Irish girl. He's been to Ireland. I says, Luke, or his name's Pete. I says, Pete, if you ever decide to go back to Ireland, I'd go because I'd want to go to Scotland. I want to see Scotland. But my bucket list is very short now, man. Very short. And by the way, it's very expensive to travel to the United States now. The cost is off the charts. Rocky Balboa. The Italian Stallion, yeah. That was a inspirational movie, wasn't it? I'd listen to the music and I'd be out in my garage jumping rope. I was married, a couple kids, and I'm jumping rope like, yeah, I'm like Rocky, man. Muhammad Ali, yeah. I was a Joe Frazier guy. You know why? Because in my mind, he was an underdog. And he came in real low because he was shorter than Ali. I just kind of liked his determination. But I appreciated Ali, Cassius Clay back in my day, and Mike Tyson was a bull. That he changed it. He changed it all. What's that? What's referred to horses? Oh yeah, the Italian Stallion. Yes. WBO, Iron Man. Yeah. Mike he's actually turning his life around, man. It's kind of cool. When you see somebody hit rock bottom, and they come back and they turn their life around, they could help others. It's cool. Yeah, Dynamite Mike. He was one badass, man. It's kind of funny when guys imitate him, too. Oh, my God. My mom loved, she was a tomboy. She was the youngest of 5, Polish, youngest daughter. And she said she listened to the radio with her father, and they'd listen to fights, boxing. You're talking about the 40s, Joe Louis was his guy, and my ma liked Joe Louis. She always remembered that, and then she'd tell me, I don't know what's going on, Dark Knight. I don't know what SSCB stands for. Yeah, I hope you don't remind me. Oh, the Germans. My first wife was German. Wow. I had a contract with the Germans. And they looked at the Italians that we were just sales guys. It was like they didn't respect us. They respect me because I was a marketing guy and I had connections. They didn't. And everything was engineering, and the Turks owned this German company. So I was in the middle of that going, what the hell's going on here? But guess who closed the deal? Italian. Yeah. Yeah. Well, you know, a lot of that's kind of crazy stuff, man. The pets and the tigers and all that shit. Yeah, you know, eventually, you know, people could say they're atheists and they could do this, and I don't believe in this. I don't. At the end of the day, there's one thing that I believe everybody, once they're in the foxhole and they're fearful of death, I think the Our Father shows up. I really do. I believe in karma too. I think people are starting to pay some nasty karma right now. And isn't it good if you had a good life and a person of integrity and did your own inventory? I had to do it. You know the 12-step program? Yeah, yeah. It's tough to say you're sorry to people, you know, after you know you hurt them. But you know what I've learned about apologizing and saying you're sorry? Most people get it and they forgive you. And I also believe that God gives you the gift of forgiveness. God forgives. It's hard for us to forgive, you know? It's not easy. It's not easy. And I'm really starting to see where people lose hope, you know, and it's sad because there's only one life and you got to make something happen. And that's what I see when you see couples fighting and divorcing, and it fucks up everything, fucks up the kids and stuff. You got to be strong. And that's where I believe once I got in my first marriage, that's why I didn't remarry in 22 years, because I didn't want to get involved in a blended family and other decisions and all this other shit. I think that helped. It helped my relationship with my kids because I'm not estranged. I'm not, I don't regret anything. You know? They respect me and I respect them. You know? Oh, that's interesting. A buddy of mine told me he's 85. He just fell in, for some reason, he was in Hawaii. He fell and he was explaining to me on the phone how he fell. And then he said, they don't use stitches and shit now. They use glue. And he says he felt like Humpty Dumpty. He's all glued up, you know? And he says, well, didn't you get a concussion? He goes, yeah, I got a concussion. Well, what the fuck? First of all, I know he drinks. He doesn't bring that up. And what are you doing outside by a cliff? Yeah. Lone wolf, this is where you got to pray and you know when people say you got to eat crow, do people know what eat crow is? It's tough to say you're sorry, especially your kids. But I'm almost ready to cry now. I got in a situation where my son, and actually it was his family, and his wife didn't like something I said because I could be sarcastic, and she took it all serious. And I remember my son dropping me off because we were together, dropping me off alone, and I just fucking cried, man, to tell him I was sorry. And that's when I decided, shut your fucking mouth. Don't get involved with their families and their wives, and don't be sarcastic. They don't want to talk about religion. They don't want to talk about finance. They don't want to talk about having more babies. They don't want to talk about, what did I already tell you? Religion, finance, and politics. Politics is a big one, man, because I'm conservative. And I'm from Minnesota. There's a lot of liberal people up there, man. It's changing, though. It's changing. So that's where you have to really pray. I journal, too. I don't know if you guys journal. Journaling is good. I listen to music, and I pray. I do a lot of AI, and I'll say, in layman's terms, give me a proverb and the date. Today's what? The 20th or 21st? And I say, give me proverbs in layman's terms. Why? Because if you read the Bible, you don't know which one to figure out. And then AI will spit it out and give you the audio. I love it. That's how I started some of my YouTube, is what should I talk about today? Give me an idea. Yeah. Yeah. I wrote my story in a memoir after my mom passed away. I said, God, I got to get this in writing. So I put it in writing. I don't know if everybody knows that, but I have the book here. Hold on. It's on my website, rocklamanna.com. You could go on Amazon, too. This is me when I was a baby. I was number 5. And you notice the hair? My mom had the first 5 had 4 boys. And she goes, we got to get rid of this shit. Let's dress up these boys. All hand-me-downs. There's my name. Rock LaManna. And I got the whole story in here. Pictures and all, man. Pictures and all. I'll show you my mother and my father. I'm kind of showing off now. Here's my mother and father. It is considered an engagement. My mother, my father, no, hold it. This picture is when they're 18 and 17. And they got married at 19 and 18. And I'll show you a printer in the 1940s. You want to know a printer? My dad was a printer in Chicago. What about that hair, man? You still got hair. Still got hair. Dark night, get some sleep, man. Hey, come back. Come back. You're always welcome. I just go on. Make sure you hit that little button if you've already following. There's that little bell. You'll get it notified. Okay. Anybody else want to talk? We're running out of people. Conversation. It's kind of solemn, huh? Am I depressing anybody? It's just life. Just life. I really want to learn from you guys. You know what I mean? Come on. I don't care. I don't care. If I lose my hair, I'll just shave it. I got a friend that did plugs. I'm like, fuck that. You got one, receding? I don't think mine's receding. I feel good about mine. My brothers are losing their hair, and they're kind of jealous of me. Craig, you're something else, man, walking around the store. Hey, Craig, I was ready to cry. Some of these guys got me going. And Carol left. She had the responsibilities. Okay, my hair or... Oh, you guys. No, life is good, man. Life is good. Everything's okay. You guys just take care of yourselves. You got to sleep good. I got a few other things to do today, but I'm happy that I got my hotspot going. Hey, Craig, thanks, man. Are you looking at the prices? I had to go pick up a few things. When I go bowling, I always drop off uh, a couple small bags of like popcorn or something for the front desk. So I get 3 minutes of practice before I could bowl. So I'm generous. Craig, what kind of car? I don't know if you ever said what kind of car you got. I'm just assuming you're a muscle car. Did you hear about Carol? Her first car was a 1949 something. What the hell? Ford. It was a Ford. It's cool. So everybody's going to have to take it easy tonight. Relax. All this stuff goes back on my live, and you could replay it. So if you miss something like Craig and Kevin's, I think Kevin's bowling today. You know? He sent me a note earlier that have a good show or something like that. So I think he's bowling. Yeah. Yeah, it's expensive, man. I usually don't look at the prices till when I walk out. I go, oh shit, that was 89 bucks or that was $100. What are you going to do? I'm not going to worry about it. No, no, I know I'm clean. I don't worry about what I talk about. I got really nice people. 1991 Cadillac sedan. Wasn't that Superfly in 91? I used to golf. I was down to a seven handicap. I love golf, but I just didn't like the 4 or 5 hours, the entertaining, because I was always entertaining on deals. Now I'm bowling. I go when I want. I bowl a couple games. I'm kind of shitty. I get coaching though. And there's a lot of same movement. The approach, the concentration. It kind of reminds me of my game because I'm more of a precision player. I wasn't a John Daly. I thought I was a grip it and rip it, but I'm not. Faldo. I was more of a Faldo guy. Vehicles. Good evening, Unc. Rico, where you been, man? Horses are so beautiful, though, man. How about those eyes? And you see in the soul, and they are one badass, man. Horses are awesome. Yeah, Rico. Keep going, man. Look at these guys. You pick it up from these guys. These are what we call winners. We don't have trolls anymore. They're gone. These are the winners. These are the ones that you learn from because they've all gone through hell. These people I've gone through it. These guys have gone through hell. Talk about tough work, landscaping. Where? What state? Hot? Landscaping. The bending. Sell that business. If you own it, sell it eventually. Get those contracts, get those agreements, get everything set, then sell. Oh, Rico. British. Well, who's the other guy that Craig was coaching? A young UK guy, and the father was a sales guy. The British are coming. The British are coming. Yeah, they're here. Weren't they here with Trump? All of Europe was here? With the Ukraine asking for money and military support? Okay. It's expensive, isn't it, up there in the UK? Yeah, Harold. Harold. Yeah, Rico. Yeah, that's working out, man. The back. You hurt the back, always bending. You know, you guys, as you get older, you got to take care of your bodies, man. And I think people underestimate the hands, the feet. The feet. That's your balance, man. You got to watch your feet. And they say balance, your legs, everything counts. I don't lift weights anymore. I wasn't a big guy, but now it's just walking and bowling and a little weights and medicine ball where I move around, watching a ball game, of course. 800,000 people? There you go, Rico. I said that. People aren't traveling here for tourism anymore. You know what? I'd probably be afraid because of the violence that we got, too. I mean, here we go. We got Kevin in. Kevin, I'm 62 minutes into it. Did you bowl yet? We were talking about you and your bowling and your love life. Did you end up going bowling? Yeah, the UK too. We know that. Here's a guy at 48. No, UK, yeah. Oh, Kevin. Kevin scored big. Kevin scored big. Did you mention that I had something to do with it? I hope so. You see how I push out love? There you go. There you go. Congratulations, Kevin. We're all jealous. All the single guys. Oh, a reminder, Kevin. I got the hotspot hooked up and it works. It works. Here it is. This is how small it is. So when I'm in the car now, I don't have to worry about losing Wi-Fi. This is it. Good deal. Oh, Craig, you're nasty, man. You're nasty asking Kevin that. Hey, listen. If he's bowling with his woman, I mean, this guy, he is the guy, man. I mean, that's like having a date night. And he works with her on top of it. Wow. See? Kevin caught that. Hey, listen, guys. I go on TikTok too. I go on TikTok for 15, 20 minutes. I'm hungry. This has been kind of an interesting session because I got a little emotional about it's tough out there for these kids, especially Kevin, Craig. We got experience. We got this new guy. Where was he from? He never told us, Turkey or Greece. It's 3 in the morning or something like that. He's another guy. We got Rico here, who's got a strong back. I don't remember everybody. Lone Wolf. People come in and out. We got a new friend too. We got Carol, Irish, 84. Listen to this, Kevin. Taking care of her older sister at 97. And talks cars. Irish Catholic. Old school. O'Neill. Uh-oh. We're getting some nasty people here. Hey, listen, I'm way over time. Kevin, congratulations. Craig, I hope you got the right food. He didn't go pizza. You don't see Kevin eating pizza or Coach X. Can you imagine what Coach X eats? And he's got 3 kids, and he's a bodybuilder? Oh, fuck. You guys, I'm getting hungry. God bless you guys. I'll talk to you. You know me. I'll probably pop on tomorrow again. Okay? Thanks for the thumbs up, the love, the appreciation. I love seeing you guys. You guys are winners. I appreciate it. I get inspired by you too, so, okay? I'll talk to you again. God bless.